This podcast is a member of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts and content creators, visit bio.link/red5.
Let it go, let it go. Da, 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 da. Honey, where are you at? It's time to record our latest episode of the Hyperion Adventures. But what is going on here?
Hi, sweetie. Check it out. I've got those Black Series figures I picked up all ready for a photo shoot. What do you think?
I think you've been listening to Pat and Charles way too much.
Well, I'm not going to say they didn't give some inspiration to me, but this is all my idea. Look, I have Cassie and Jin in the pilot set up to play as mixed triplets of curling on Hoth. You know, they had a vacation in the Caribbean earlier this year, so nice, cool sports seems pretty appropriate to fight this summer heat. Pretty awesome, right?
Sure. I mean, we have a Disney podcast to record. Can you please play with your dolls later?
There you go again. You know, Pat and Charles would remind you they are figures.
Yeah, well, I love those ConverSWations, guys. They do a great podcast, but they're also a couple of chuckleheads. Those are dolls.
Now, is that the way to talk about our friends? I thought our show was all about positivity.
Yeah, you're right. I'm positive they've been a really bad influence on you.
Stop. Let's just get this week's Hyperion Adventure podcast out of the way so we can catch the latest episode of ConverSWations.
Perfect. We'll double their listening audience.
You're such a dork.
Catch you. ConverSWations, you're the one. You make Star Wars lots of fun. Yeah, you do. ConverSWations, may the force be strong with you. Sing it, Bubby. Yeah, bub.
Pat and Charles, you're so grand. Never afraid to lend a helping hand.
That's true.
ConverSWations, may the force be strong with.
Absolutely be strong with.
I see what you did.
Oh, ConverSWations, may the force be strong with you.
Hello, and welcome to ConverSWations. I'm Charles.
And I'm St. Pat, and this is episode 120. A long time ago, on the small screen in many nerds' living rooms, a holiday special highlighted a very special holiday meant for uplifting that galaxy far, far away. Yes. And, St. Pat, because St. Nick does not exist in Star Wars. So
That's canon, I believe. I mean, that's...
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Sant exists, but not Saint Nick. Furthermore,
Yes.
here we are with the Life Day, a holiday special.
With an amazing variety show that...
No,
Oh.
just Life Day.
Oh, just Life Day? Okay.
Yeah.
Because, of course, Life Day was introduced November 17th, 1978, with a TV special called...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
If you do want to hear about that, you can reference our episode 73.
Ah, that's true. Yes. Our first Life Day episode, which wasn't on the 17th, but it was December 31st, because it was more like a Christmas theme, really.
Right. So, you know, that not only touched on Life Day itself, but also the holiday special.
Correct. Yeah, we went in depth in that one. Yeah, that was a great overview of that, for sure.
No, it was a great regret of my life. However, now we're just focusing on the holiday of Life Day.
Right, and we're celebrating the actual event of the 17th of November when it was first premiered, but also the spirit of what Life Day was, and family and friends and gift giving and togetherness.
Exactly. So that being said, let's dive in.
All right. So we've delivered some Life Day presents to each other ahead of time.
We have.
I trust that you haven't looked at them at all. I told Kalea that they were to be sequestered and not touched, so we put them on the second shelf, and that should have been quite secure.
You all forget that I have a ladder, and no, don't worry, they're fine. They're fine gifts. They'll be fine.
Damn that ladder.
Which one? So Life Day was primarily a Wookiee holiday,
Mm-hmm.
and they, of course, celebrated family, the joy of togetherness, and the harmony that brings them all together, which were all values of Wookiee culture. So why not get together and celebrate it once a year in November?
Exactly. It makes complete sense.
Yeah. They would hold it by the Tree of Life,
Mm-hmm.
which I believe is an animal kingdom.
Nice.
Yeah. So basically, when they were off world or when they were displaced from Kashyyyk, they would just celebrate it by their Life Day tree,
Right.
which I would imagine is similar to an Earth Christmas tree.
Probably smaller in scale, symbolically, absolutely. And that really does play into George's vision of Star Wars, was that ultimately it came down to family, it came down to closeness, found family, helping each other overcome whatever evils may be in front of you. And that sort of extols those values for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a bit of an amalgamation of Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
Friendsgiving,
Yeah,
and Christmas.
absolutely.
It integrates all of those aspects to include gatherings, feasts,
Mm-hmm.
as our favorite of the Wookiees, and music. So they would all get together and celebrate and be joyous and presumably sing out with their growls and yips and just have a wonderful time with their loved ones.
Yeah, and yub dubs.
Oh, yep. Oh boy.
Like we talked a little bit about in our last, episode 73, is that the holiday special was avert your eyes, don't look at it.
Pretend it doesn't exist.
Exactly. It's recycled in the current canon and has been mentioned in The Mandalorian. It's been mentioned with the Lego special. And in fact, it was a central theme of the Lego special. So I think the fact that it's
Gotcha.
come full circle at this point maybe takes away from the cringe value of the original special, but then lifts the central theme of it, the togetherness.
Listen, kid. What happens on Kashyyyk ends up on the internet. So I think that's the problem is, now that you've got the internet, everybody can see everything. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, the folks that were misfortunate enough to have caught the holiday special live on the small screen were like, what the heck was that? Tell us about it, Charles.
It was fantastic. B. Arthur rocked it.
B. Arthur. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it's just it's a weird thing, but otherwise you'd catch clips of it or you'd have third-hand intel about what happened in it.
Yes.
Like Chewie's father-in-law has weird videos he watches. It's just a weird thing. But then, with the access of information across the interwebs, everybody can see it. And it's like, okay, well, now everybody's seen it. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
But also, now it's not something that's almost this four-leaf clover sort of mythical film.
Right. And it's like this forbidden video that you must not watch,
Yes.
to a status of it's so bad it's good. And there's some
Well,
you're introduced to Boba Fett, there's certain
eh.
tentpole things in there. But yes, overall it's wow.
To sit and watch through it is not often recommended. However, the central theme, if there is one in the show, in the special rather, is the Life Day holiday, which ultimately, by the time it wraps itself up, has brought everyone together.
Yes.
Again.
That is timeless, of course.
Yeah, and so because the Wookiees have so much fun with it, it very quickly spread across the galaxy.
Mm.
And even Mythrolls and people in the Outer Rim would be quite miffed to miss Life Day.
Yep. That's why no one does.
Well, unless you're a Mythrol that's already been bountied.
Well, yes, and then you're just looking for the refresher at that point.
Yeah, you're right. You're damn right you are. Oh boy. Yeah. So actually, Life Day was featured in some of these Star Wars comics where Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan went to Kashyyyk to celebrate a Life Day.
That is fantastic.
So that's pretty exciting.
And our favorite planet locally over in Orlando, Batu,
That's
also
true.
celebrates Life Day as part of their Harvest Festival and Black Spire Day. So it's all sort of rolled into that, where the spirit of what Life Day itself is across the galaxy. So that message again resonates no matter which planet you're on and which species you're talking about. It's a great way of expressing family no matter where you are.
Right, and not being anywhere near a Tree of Life, because Animal Kingdom is like a park and a half away from Star Wars Park. They would celebrate by the Great Spire.
Right, exactly, because that's like going from the mid rim to the outer rim. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just make that jump
No, you can't.
unless you hop in a Disney bus, I guess.
Yeah, and we all know if you miss one, you're done. Just ask Tom and Michelle.
Yes, our friends Tom and Michelle are quite privy to that fact.
Exactly. If you're trying to get to Disney Run and you miss that one bus, you're done for the next hour.
Not to get on tangent, but having brunch with Tom and Michelle from the Hyperion Adventures podcast right after the latest of the Run Disney events,
Yes.
the Wine and Dine 5K, I said essentially what Tom had said, unbeknownst to me because he said it in private before I got there, that driving your car to a Run Disney event is more reliable because you have control over when you get there and where and how. And boy, was I right.
Meaning they weren't really right.
No, the beginning of Corral C quickly turns into Corral D, if you know what I mean. So we met up afterwards for a lovely brunch at Old Key West, and there I was regaled with the trials and tribulations of taking the Pike Public Transit, as Rob from the Jedi Temple Archives would say.
Now, bringing this all back is
Yes.
we have a perfect example of found family.
Is it perfect? It is perfect. Yeah, okay.
Because you've got Han and Chewie.
Like me and you.
Yeah. One's covered in hair, and the other one can pilot a great starship.
And the other one sounds a little like Harrison Ford.
That's not fair. You can do both. That sucks.
Here, let me help you out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That found family aspect, and that speaks to your time with Tom and Michelle, with you and Kalea. It speaks to Rob. It speaks to Ro at the Scarif podcast. This little thing that we do with our podcast has brought so many gifts to us through found family, through this interconnected and intertwined story that we talk about with Star Wars. It's worthy of celebration every day, but especially on Life Day, which is where you celebrate the family and you come together and you are thankful for what you have in front of you. But it's more about what you can give to your loved ones than what you can receive.
Oh, exactly. And that's the whole spirit behind it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's time to open our presents, perhaps.
You think so?
After the poem or before the poem?
Oh, definitely before the poem. But I thought we could talk about what we're thankful for this Life Day.
Oi, that is fantastic. Yes, let's do that.
So what are you thankful for this Life Day?
The present sitting in front of me.
Oh, man.
No. Seriously, I'm thankful for not just you and Kalea and your family, but also the found family that we have through this podcast. Like we mentioned already, Tom and Michelle and Rob and Ro at the Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast, and all of our Red 5 family friends that help us get out there and promote this little show that we do. But more importantly, it's the interactions that we have with them.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars was certainly the catalyst, but there's so much more to it. And like you said, with all the people that we've met, I'm thankful for them and for Star Wars in general. But I think I'm most thankful for my soon-to-be former co-host, and also,
Former host.
what? Yeah, don't worry about that. Uh,
Don't worry about that.
well, just kidding. I'm thankful for you too. But
Somewhat.
yeah, I mean, to some degree. Don't get cocky.
Right. I get it.
What I really need is a droid that speaks bocce. But that being said, I think that it's a wonderful time to reflect and think back on the joys and the togetherness of life, and the year that has well, frankly, crept away from us.
Hmm. And not just 1 year, it's actually 2.
That's true. I mean, that's not to say that we didn't celebrate Life Day last year. We just didn't talk about it.
No, because we were talking about our 100th episode.
Right. I mean, it was either Fight Club or Bruno. You be the judge.
No one talks about Bruno, though, right?
Or Fight Club, if you know what's good for you.
Good point.
Yeah, you got that right. So, that being said, yes, we do have some presents for each other that we have sent to each other already,
Yes.
which is always a nice thing.
Yes. You got 2 over there. You've got...
I do. Yes, I do have 2. One is in a nice box.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's like a velvety box
Okay.
with a little bow on it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just open that up and see what we got here. Oh, there's festive tissue paper.
Well,
Okay.
naturally.
Yeah, I mean, of course there is, because why wouldn't there be?
Right?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well. Oh. It's a new DL-44.
There you go. I know you
Thanks,
needed one.
pal.
You're welcome.
I did. My last blaster was, in fact, a disaster. So this one... Oh, all
Now-
right, man.
That last one, you did attempt to get it fixed.
I got it fixed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, it worked. I went to a little connection I have at a blaster repair shop, and we got that done.
Those Jornex really came up for you, right?
Oh yeah, they're no joke. They know how to fix a blaster for sure.
All right. Well, I've got 2 over here from you.
You do, yes. We agreed upon 2.
Yeah.
Because no more, no less.
Right. I've got a long one, and I've got sort of a stocky one that looks like a...
All right. Well, in honor of me, go for the stocky one.
Okay. Grab this one over here. Okay. Okay, this feels kind of heavy.
Yeah, it was trouble getting it over there, man.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is a nice, very nice basket. I like that. Ooh, there's some... Oh man, this is fantastic. You, dude, this is Meilu Run and Bantha Bites. This is phenomenal. Holy crap. And it's keto friendly too, which is amazing.
It is. I knew that you were on your little low carb nonsense kick. So I mean, you guys, it's totally helping. You can totally tell the difference. But so I wanted to get you something that you could enjoy and still stick with whatever that thing is you call a diet. So
Right.
Yeah.
That you're offsetting with your alcohol. That sounds great.
Right. Yes, that's true. And with Melee Run being a fruit, I'm not going to tell you how many carbs are in it, but it's Life Day, everybody.
Yay! And bonus points, the basket Bernadette / Dak will love.
That's true. Yes. I'm sure she will re-gift that right back to me with, well, I won't tell you what she'll put in it, but, all right. I guess I will go for my second one here. Yes. This is hefty as well.
Yeah, well,
I'm surprised at how hefty this one is.
Yeah, it's a small package. Yeah, it's
yeah, it's in a bag, which
Yeah.
which is better than different than a box.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's better. I haven't opened it yet, but okay. So all right, it's like a thick envelope. All right. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is a root leaf stew dinner kit for 2. Thanks, pal.
Happy Life Day.
I mean, I wasn't sure what we were gonna eat for Life Day, but root beef stew sounds pretty good for me and the old wife here.
Well, I was gonna say if it's good enough for Luke and Yoda on Dagobah, it looks pretty tasty. I mean, Luke looks well. He doesn't look very happy with it. Yeah,
Yeah, it
Yoda
wasn't
looks
good
like
enough
he's
for Luke
enjoying
and
it.
Yoda. Yoda's been on a backwoods planet for 20 years. Luke at least got to enjoy sandwiches.
Ow! And bonus feature, of course, is that this root leaf stew is freeze dried, just like an MRE. So I've actually provided you more work to make your meal. So congratulations!
Now I have to add water. Oh
Yeah,
man, those moisture evaporators are gonna come in handy.
and you have to wait, just like Luke, till next year for the Academy. All right, I've got the
Oh,
second one here. Okay, let me get
you
this
do
one.
have one more here, yes.
Wow. Okay, this is
I'm excited about this one. I mean, I was excited about the other one too.
this is heavy. Holy crap!
I know, relax.
Okay, this is like
I,
this
if
is
you can't lift it, then we've got another problem.
well, no. My problem is that it's taller than you. That's the weird thing.
Just as most things are, buddy.
All right, let me. Okay, wow, you really sealed this one.
It shouldn't be yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, you really okay? 3 layers of wrapping. Thank you very much.
I needed to protect it
Yeah, you did.
and hide it from the Empire.
You did smuggle. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Holy crap! This is amazing. Let me just here. Let me just activate it here.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir.
This is the Darksaber. Are you kidding me?
I am not.
Oh my gosh! I can now lead all the Mandalorians.
Well, happy Life Day, buddy.
Is that like a commentary on what I'll be able to actually lead with? I mean, this looks legit. I mean,
No, it is. No, it's the actual Darksaber. However, how do I put this? It was a gift, so you didn't really actually win it in combat. That being said,
you do have the receipt, right?
there. No,
kidding.
I don't.
Oh, great,
You can get store credit.
great. Okay, maybe I'll go and try and pick up like a Star Trek Batlef or something. That's
Nope, nope. See, ladies and gentlemen, my soon-to-be former co-host.
I didn't say that until now, but I'm still a former co-host. That's not fair.
I could see into the future. No, you can take it back to Doc Ondar's, I'm sure.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if he'll even take it, but you can take it there.
Yeah, Doc Ondar loves returns. He's really cool and keen on giving his money back. Doesn't matter which day.
Happy Life Day, pal!
That is fantastic. The Darksaber is amazing, and this is not the Walmart version. This is the Hasbro Labs version. That's quite the find. Thank you very much. That's going to come in handy.
As long as you keep it plugged in, you'll be fine.
Oh, the battery doesn't last long?
Well, I mean, let's just say they got the Kyber crystal from Wish.com.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on that.
Definitely. Sorry, I was just enjoying some of this root leaf stew.
Oh,
I got started early.
wow, nice.
And it's actually delicious.
Did you have to water it down like twice the proportion of liquid to solids, or no?
Twice. 4 times.
And tomorrow you may want.
It was quite dehydrated.
You may want to have some Gas X close to the nightstand tomorrow.
Way ahead of you, buddy. I started off with one. Oh boy. Yes. Well, so that was our Life Day extravaganza for
Whoa,
this
whoa, whoa.
year.
We're not done.
I know we're not done.
Okay, all right.
In concluding Life Day, we've got a very special reading of a Life Day poem.
And I get the honor this year. Pat inaugurated this fantastic poem the last episode we did. But before we get to that, let me just set the fire here. Let me just get a few logs here.
Yeah.
Let me light up with the tinder here. Ooh, there we go. Nice. Nice. All right. So now we got the fire going. We got a little bit of atmosphere here. All right.
Hello and welcome to Life Day.
Wrong.
Oh, yeah.
'Twas the night before Life Day, and behind every door, not a creature was stirring, not even a porg. The stockings were hung by the evaporators with care, in the hopes that old Ben would soon be there. The Ewoks were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of Melu Run fruit danced in their heads. The Wookiees, all wearing their holiday robes, had just settled down for Life Day festivities to unfold, when in the valley of Kashyyyk there arose such a clatter. I forced leap from my ladder to see what was the matter. Away to the scanners I flew with the force, tore open the viewport to better see, of course. The moon shining down on the sea of trees filled my eyes with green everywhere I see. When what through the trees narrowly avoids but a miniature speeder and 8 tiny tug droids, with a little old driver, to the disbelief of Han. Well, I knew in a moment it must be Obi-Wan. More rapid than I was, his coursers they came, and he whistled and he shouted and he called them by name. On BD, T7, on J4 and Hopper, on C3, on VZ, on D1, and come on, Chopper! To the top of the treehouse in the woods of Kashyyyk. Now speed away, the tug droids chimed in a squeak, as dry leaves that before a force push fly, when they met to an obstacle like a hyperdrive. So up to the rooftop the small tug droids flew, with a speeder full of toys, and Saint Kenobi too. And then, like a tinkering, I heard through the mist the snapping, the firing of each turbo lift. As I drew in my head and turned to stare, down the chimney Saint Kenobi came with, "Hello there." He was dressed in a cloak from his head to his boots, and his robes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of kybers he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His pleasant smile was drawn up in a bow, and the beard on his chin as white as the snow. A hilt made of metal he held tight in his hand, and the glow of his saber lit up the land. He had a kind face, his demeanor was soft, that radiated warmth like a bowl of bone broth. His robes blotted with soot, a right jolly old master, and I smiled when I saw him. It broke into laughter. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but began emptying his loot, and filled the stockings with trinkets and Yogan fruit. And moving his hand in a force wave swept, and giving a nod, he sprang to his speeder, and his droids gave a click, and away they all flew, gone in a parsec. But I heard him exclaim, as he left with a zoom, "Happy Life Day to all, and to all the forces with you."
Oh, man.
Wow. I can honestly say it was an honor to read this year, because I didn't expect it, first of all. This is a brilliant poem that you wrote. I love it, and it's going to be a tradition every time we do that. So I can't wait for 2 years from now. I think that really expresses the true meaning of Life Day.
Yeah, and that poem encapsulates the entire thing.
It really does. Well, that was a fantastic, short but sweet Life Day special for us and for everybody out there. And where can people find us if they've just heard this on a whim?
Likely on a whim, but also on the interwebs. The very best place to find us is on our own website at ConverSWations.com. We're on Facebook.com/ConverSWations. We broke up with Twitter, so we're Twitter's X at Swations. I don't understand how you can break up with a social media company, but that's fine. It is what it is. Look, don't judge. We're on Instagram at ConverSWations. We've got a Threads account at ConverSWations over there. We have an Etsy shop called CommerceSWations. And all of that and more is on our link tree, link.tree/ConverSWations. And if you're looking for other links, you can look up Red 5, our podcast network, of which we are proud founding members, bio.link/Red5.
Indeed. And we always give thanks to Ro and Brad, the co-founders of the Red 5 Network, at the Spirit podcast. Some great people and a huge amount of great podcasts out there that I'm sure would cover any of your interests and your particular looks and needs for your auditory pleasure.
Enjoyment.
Yes. With that being said, now in the past several episodes, I think I've taken over the closings, which is typically your domain.
I'm outsourcing.
Sweet. Well, then I'll take it.
Okay.
This is...
You don't get paid anymore, by the way.
I don't get paid at all.
Perfect.
Unlike George, who got paid $4 billion. This is from George himself. And, quote, "The core things to pass on is, in talking about religion is, all religions say one thing, basically, which is love is a secret to the universe, which is compassion, which is love others, take care of others, and help each other."
Hello there.
Rancho Obi-Wan, the Guinness World Records certified largest Star Wars memorabilia collection, located in Petaluma, California, featuring the collection of super collector, author, and Star Wars fan ambassador Steve Sansweet.
The most powerful Jedi ever.
Visit RanchoObi-Wan.org and subscribe to the Rancho Obi-Wan Virtual Museum, a fun, authentic fan experience featuring rare photos, videos, Steve Sansweet Q&As, virtual tours of the museum, exclusive behind-the-scenes stories and information, and so much more. Plus, your subscription helps ensure the future of the museum. It's the Rancho Obi-Wan Virtual Museum. Subscribe now at RanchoObi-Wan.org. Get tons of cool perks, information, and history of Star Wars collecting from the man who knows it best, Steve Sansweet, while contributing to the preservation of the world's largest Star Wars memorabilia collection. RanchoObi-Wan.org.